So one of the things that we talked about last week was being able to find stuff around your house that you can garden in. So I've spent some time this week definitely working on finding a few things. They all have their pros and cons, but something as simple as an empty Cheez-It box you can take and, I don't know, let's cut this down like this. There we go. So cardboard is nice because it'll break down a little bit. It's got a plasticky outside, so I'm sure it'll hold a little bit of water, but I already see a little tiny hole in the corner, so know that this is going to leak water. So you definitely have to put something under it, or when you water it, make sure that's there. It's also going to get weak because the water is going to keep breaking it down, but it's an option. So the other thing you'll notice I'm doing here is I'm also trying to record here from my computer. I didn't do that last time. I tried my phone, but it just gives me another chance. I'm trying to learn how to do some video editing, so by using different devices, I can kind of put some stuff together. So again, using it as a learning experience. So plastic bottle. You notice actually this cool thing is this one's got the red ring, which is not returnable in the state of Maine. It means it was bought in New Hampshire, which is very possible. Because we traveled a lot back and forth before all this. But in the heart of reusing, recycling, you take some scissors. I'm just gonna cut it like that. Now the cool thing about this is it's plastic. I know it's not gonna leak. So we have a plastic bottle, shouldn't leak. But however, we have to think about when we water it. Which this kind of leads me to why I like gardening. Obviously I like to grow vegetables and eat fresh vegetables and stuff, but it's the science behind it that really kind of intrigues me and the thinking about it. So like when it comes to watering something, so we want to put some holes in the bottom. I'm just going to use this little push tack and I'm just going to put a little hole. Well, it didn't want to work there, so we'll just kind of go to the side, making sure I don't have rock brain. It still doesn't want to work. So let's try this then. We're going to try and watch my fingers. Make sure you don't put your fingers in it. You kind of hold it. Boom, little poke there. Not a huge hole. Same thing kind of on the bottom. Put my fingers and hold it. Ooh, it's a lot harder. So maybe we'll do this on the softer plastic out here. Much better decision. So the reason we're putting holes in it, if you think about it, if you ever wash dishes and how your hands get all kind of like bumpy and they shrivel up a little bit, or you stay too long in the tub and you start to shrivel. So think about a root of a plant being down in there and those roots always being in that much water. Like you don't see when you walk past a mud puddle, do you see plants growing out of mud puddles? No, because I realize the water will disappear quickly, but the plant itself can't be in like that much water. And mud puddles are areas that a lot of water always ends up being. So you got to give them a way for the thing to drain. So that's why I'm putting these little tiny holes in there. So when we water it, they'll have some place to drain. So even though this is going to leak a lot more, and we may need more protection, this still should have some water coming out when we're done after we water it. Not a lot, but what else did we find? Oh yeah, coffee drinkers. So this leads me to the next thing. So if I'm trying to start a seed, should I use something this big? Like it's the size of my head. Like why would you or wouldn't you want to use something this big? So what we have here is a little tiny solo cup. It's clear. I wouldn't recommend using something that's clear typically. I know we had the soda bottle that was clear, but let's talk about why that is. When I think about gardening, I think about the science and what I observe and how it makes sense to incorporate it with other gardening. So when you see a plant, you don't see the roots. The roots go down on the ground. They like the soil and the dirt, which is dark as well. So if I use something clear, the roots are going to get light, and they're going to be confused and try to go a different place. So again, I don't recommend using plastic clear. I don't recommend using something clear like this because the roots aren't going to like it. We're going to do it though because I have something I want to plant in here that I think is going to get some really cool roots, and we can kind of use it and we can observe it, and again, understand the science and thinking behind what's going on. What we got to think about is what the root's purpose is. Like here, we know the plant will come up, and the sun and the photosynthesis. But what's the root's purpose? Root's purpose is to get other nutrients and water to feed the rest of the plant. So we have to make sure that the soil stays healthy. So in doing that, if we have too much water, the soil itself will start to go bad. But just think that, like, if you create a mud puddle, your plant isn't going to want to grow in the mud puddle. If you create a desert, the plant isn't going to want to grow because it has no water. So it's finding that happy medium and balance. Okay, some follow-up from about some follow-up from last week. We have our onion, really nice roots. Roots are doing really good. Check that out. Top's not doing so. It's kind of there. It's kind of gushy here. So I'm thinking I gotta put it in some dirt. I'm almost wondering if I should peel this off or something, but I don't think I'm gonna. So I'm gonna work on this week putting it in some dirt and see if we can bring this back to life. Maybe I'll find a bigger container. Ooh, problem solved. I'm gonna work on filling this up, and we're gonna plant our onion right in there, and let's see what happens. It's a root vegetable. I don't say science says we should do it. Alright, we're back. Got this filled with dirt to about right here right now. So we'll take our onion, put it down, notice the roots. Look at that, fill that up. I'm gonna actually probably lift it up a little bit more. So I'm gonna take some of this, some more dirt. So I filled up some of it first because I don't want to sit here and be filling up the whole time because I don't want to bury all this. I want the kind of the top to be very close to the top here. So dirt, big cut. I'm gonna hold it just because it's strong enough to do this. Let's see what we get going on here. Oh, oops. No, see, we made a big one. Let's try this again. Check it out. So there's one bag still. I guess I could have started a little bit more first, but notice the roots are starting to get dirty and pushing it around a little bit. Let's keep going. One more bag. One more bag. There we go. Alrighty, there we go. I like the height much better now. So you notice there, we got the dirt kind of around it. Roots are down underneath. I'm going to fill it up some more up there. Fill up some more up to there. We'll kind of keep going, get it a little moist. This container, again, it's kind of cardboardy. It'll hold some water. The metal, if we transplant it, I'll figure out how to take the metal and stuff out because I don't want to do that in the ground. All right, we'll keep filling. Let's see, one more bag should be more than enough. What's kind of cool about this is I can put some holes in the bottom, put that underneath to help as a tray to catch the water. So if you didn't see that, it fits kind of nicely. It'll help kind of hold in the water a little bit. But again, I don't want it to pool up the water. So probably wondering, because I'm kind of thinking too, why does he keep opening all these little plastic bags? So what we did is we got some of this from a local business here in town that was so generous. And we bagged up some of this stuff and it was able to be picked up at the school for some. Again, if you're looking for something and you need something, reach out to a teacher, somebody at school. We'll figure out how to help you out. We'll get it there. The whole idea is for everyone to kind of experience and have some fun learning how to garden and mess with it. I may have broken a root. That's not good. But thankfully there's more. It'll grow back. Toss it away. Okay, so there's our onion. Check that out. Boom. All right, we'll water that for a little while too. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys is so we had gotta go back to our Brussels sprout, which is not faring as well as I had hoped. Root still growing. That looks cool. I can't put it over there. All right, can you see the root? Let's see, it's kind of hot right there as I turn it. I don't really like the color starting to get dark. I feel like it's getting kind of soft. I don't know if that's a great idea or not either, so I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this. What do you guys think we should do? Do you think we should keep going? I'll try to keep it going for another week and we'll make a decision together. I don't know. It's only one root. It's still got some good... You know what? Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait and hear what you guys say. So, from that bottle we cut in half, we're going to use that to water our stuff. Oh, look at that. Let's get the big old onion. We'll give it one little cupful here. We'll fill this up. Ooh. Don't know if you saw that or not, but being attacked by the bugs. I don't know what it was. But still filling this. I'm doing this outside right now. If you're doing it inside, make sure you have some place that if it gets wet, like nobody's gonna get upset. You can clean it up easy. Sometimes kitchen floors are like that. We're getting kind of close to the time of year where, well, it's really warm out during the day. Bring stuff out. If you have stuff that has greenery, bring it out. Let it get some sun during the day. Bring it in during the night so that it doesn't get too cold. The other reason you want to do that is it starts to get used to the sun, so when it is time to leave it outside, it'll look good. It gets used to the wind. Think about why do I want my plants to get close to the wind, right? The wind will make them strong as it hits them, strengthens them. Makes the plant become stronger. See you next week as we do more lemonade gardening.